I was in the high street the following day and I had a phone call from the consultant, and there I was in the high street, in the middle of the high street, and he said, "I have some bad news for you. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. He has a condition called leukodystrophy, and you need to think about his quality of life from now on." And I remember slumping down onto a bench outside the library, and I was watching people pass thinking how normal their lives were, and I just couldn't process this information.
It's a very, very difficult time when you're diagnosed with a rare disease. You feel completely isolated, you can't say the word, let alone spell it. No one has heard of it, so it's down to you to do all the research. And that's tough. So that's where Alex TLC and our support services really come into play, because we support not only families who are affected, we support their extended family, their friends, their school. I met Sarah in 2002 when my boys had first been diagnosed. I felt very isolated, very alone, because I didn't know anyone who had a rare disease, let alone adrenoleukodystrophy.
Hello, my name is Sarah and I'm the CEO and founder of Alex the Leukodystrophy Charity, or Alex TLC. When my own sons were diagnosed with leukodystrophy, I couldn't find the help I needed, and so I decided to do something about it. We called Alex TLC to honour my eldest son Alex, who died from leukodystrophy at the age of 19. Leukodystrophies are rare conditions that can affect anyone, regardless of gender or racial background. Leukodystrophies are genetic disorders which affect the brain or spinal cord. The majority are degenerative, causing loss of vision, speech and hearing, loss of the ability to think and reason, loss of the ability to eat and move independently.
Charity to me was my lifeline, because I didn't know any other people that had children with ALD, and she started doing these weekends away, different hotels. It was nice because we met other people that had children with ALD, so it was like having a different family to the one what you've got at home. So I do call them now my little ALD family, and I've made some quite good friends from the charity as well.
Speaking to Sarah on the telephone it was amazing to actually find someone who understood and who knew all about ALD, and she was a great support to myself and my family.
The work that Sarah was doing very quickly became evident to us that she was so dedicated on so many fronts.
I like to try and raise some money, so it's like I feel like I'm giving them something back for what they've given me. They help you out with literally everything. Any questions you've got, they can normally find the answer to.
It's really important that all the information we produce is checked for accuracy, and we have a huge number of doctors who are specialists in leukodystrophies who help to do that.
I'm very pleased to be supporting the work of Alex TLC. It's a very scary time when a child is diagnosed with one of these conditions, and I can only imagine what it's like for the families to be going through that process of trying to find a diagnosis when there's something going clearly wrong with their child's development, and at the point that that diagnosis is shared by someone like myself in the clinic. It's great that we have resources that Alex TLC are able to provide, both in terms of the peer support, being put in contact with other parents who've got a child with this type of condition, as well as being able to provide some really important and useful and reliable information about what these conditions mean, what the treatment options are, and also trying to think through the very everyday practical issues of having and living with one of these conditions. For myself as a clinician, it's really important that I can signpost people to reliable information and really helpful folk at Alex TLC who can continue and build on what we've been discussing in the clinic. As I said, Alex TLC is run by people who know what it's like to have a child with a leukodystrophy, and that's really important that they've walked through that process themselves.
ALD Life have been my lifeline. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be now.
The care and support that they give to families who have just found out this shocking piece of information, they need that support.
Just to summarise then, I think ALD Life are a fantastic support organisation to anyone who has got the diagnosis. I would strongly encourage anyone to get in touch with them at the earliest opportunity, and you will really be quite amazed by the friendly flow of information that comes your way.
This charity really is crucial in the support of children, not just with adrenoleukodystrophy, but all of the leukodystrophies.